I'm so sorry. I don't know how I'm going to edit that out. Thank you very much. I had the mute button on. All right. So let's begin. Hello, Franklin, Larry, Sam. Sam's from Italy. Justine. That's embarrassing. All right. So we booked profits today in St. Joe. We sold short at 49.48. We booked profits at 43.16 for roughly 12.75% profit. The whys behind it. The reason why it came onto our list was that we had RSI at above 91. The reason why we pulled the trigger was not so much the daily chart, but more so the monthly chart. And I can't hammer this home enough. The importance of knowing where your overhead supply is. I didn't draw this line today. I drew it 1 or 2 days ago to identify where there was historical resistance. And we went right into it. And sellers moved in. And the rest is history. I mean, we were also trading on a monthly time frame. There's still more downside here. We're still trading above the third standard deviation Bollinger Band, and it remains overbought. There's more downside. Do I regret booking profits? No, because it wasn't a bet that St. Joe was going to crash. It was a bet that we were going to be able to scalp a nice profit, which we did. I also sold, which I rarely do, and I didn't even send out an alert. I just mentioned it last night on Market Wrap, is that we did sell, or I did sell, naked calls, a small position. The reason why I don't put that trade out there is because we have a mix of experienced traders and newbie traders. Now, all I need is a newbie trader with an account greater than 25,000 start selling naked calls, and they can get destroyed. So I want to have peace of mind that nobody's going to get hurt. I used only 5 contracts. We did close out that position. We made money on it. So net, a good trade, good trades, but we're out of St. Joe now, and we're looking at other issues. Now, members, tonight, I'm not going to be doing Market Wrap. I got to go for another COVID test. Third time in the past month and a half, I've been exposed. I'm in quarantine yet again. So it's kind of got me ticked off, and then I have something to do a little bit later. So Market Wrap tomorrow morning, so just expect that. Eric, hello, sir. Hey, Bob, hope you had a great... Same to you, Eric. And Happy New Year to everyone. So tomorrow morning, Market Wrap for members. And what else do we want to talk about? Oh, so I want to talk about the dollar. The dollar gained some strength when Mitch McConnell sandbagged the fast tracking of $2,000 stimulus, and I don't think it's going to hold. There is talk out there that no worries, Sam. We're good. We'll take a look at it, Costco. There's talk out there that the short trade of the U.S. dollar is an overcrowded trade. I saw a meme go out about it. I don't think so. I think we're at the precipice of a breakdown. Now, last night on Market Wrap, I was talking about the U.S. dollar possibly setting up a higher low. It had every reason to go shooting up higher today. It didn't. It gapped down. Perhaps there was an expectation that that $2,000 stimulus was going to pass the Senate. I didn't think so, and I'm no genius. So I don't think anybody expected it. They just wanted to make Mitch McConnell and the Republicans look bad in front of the runoff elections in Georgia. So I don't know why the dollar is rallying back here. I think that it is longs just trying to keep the dollar afloat. Ultimately, I think we're going to break. We hit an 80 handle again today. So while we're looking okay as we proceed into the back half of the day, we have broken out on a 4-hour chart. And the reason why I talk about this is because we have positions in commodities, silver miners, silver, and the gold miners. And we are breaking out. The question is, does it hold? I don't know. I'm very bearish of the US dollar. Now, what else is going on is concerning. Last night on Market Wrap, I spoke about the VIX closing up on the day along with the S&P 500. Usually without fail, every time we make that observation, I always say it doesn't end well for the stock market. Sure enough, today, VIX up yet again. Maybe they'll come in and save the day at the close. But the S&P 500 is flashing at current a bearish key reversal bar. Now, the close is going to be everything today. We have a higher low on the VIX. And the thing to remember is that this week is seasonally a very favorable week for the stock market. Right now, it's under pressure. And when you take a look at the IWM, it's down nearly 2.25% on the day. On the week, it's down 3.6%. And when you take a look at seasonality, this is brought to you by our friends over at TrendSpider. Link below. They still have 50% off. Don't use my discount code. Just go to their website, use the link below, you get 50% off. Back to this. This is the last week. I usually use the monthly time frame for seasonality. Right now I'm using weekly time frames. And you can see that this week, which is the 52nd week of the year, we're up 72% of the times on the IWM. This year we're down. The problem is when you use seasonality and technical analysis, we're not looking good on a weekly perspective seasonally and technically. And next week, seasonally, you're down, or up, I should say, only 45% of the time. So buckle up. This could get ugly as we proceed into the new trading week. We have broken trend on a daily time frame. Where is our support? We're nearing support at current. Let's go with this volume shelf here. $192.71. Last tick was $193.83. So we have more downside to go here on the Russell. So what was a leader is now lagging. Hey, Nadia. I did not see Pitney Bowes today. Hopefully they're entering the electronic voting machine industry. What's the news out of curiosity? Beautiful price action. Wow, up almost 14%. Sorry about that. 9 industrials. You got some option activity going on here. PBI. Looks like somebody bought the in-the-money calls. That's a very bullish play. Okay. It's a good-looking chart. A little bit extended here. It'll probably come in a little bit, but yeah, it looks as though it's breaking out. Or has broken out, I should say. Very nice chart. Let's go over it. Monthly time frame. All right, so the thing to remember, here's the value of the automated trend lines. The thing to remember is this, that while, yes, we have higher lows going on here, keep in mind, monthly time frame, we have resistance right at about $7.15 per share. So just keep that in mind. But once we break out and above that mark, we're going a lot higher. Weekly chart, beautiful breakout. As you know, I'm telling you what you already know. There's a lot of overhead supply here. I don't see any rush to go chasing it right here, right now. It's a bit extended on a 4-hour time frame, and we have weekly resistance. So I think that it could pull back in over the course of the next couple of days, and you can get in at a better risk-reward entry point. I would watch and see whether or not it's able to close above this volume shelf at $6.27 per share. Seasonality. January is a very good month. December, not so much, but that's changed this year. This goes back 11 years. So watch for a close above 627. That would be very bullish. Yeah, Will, thank you. Smash the like button, everybody, please. Hey, Will, how you doing, pal? All right, Apple. We drew these, I believe at the time, this was supposed to be a support level, which broke. It's now acting as resistance. New weekly high. Resistance above. It's hitting resistance. Let's get another look at it. We could have a double top, which has done an overshoot to the upside on its final leg. If you're looking to short it as a scalp, very short term, all right, I think it's a little bit risky. Would I buy it here? No way. Because you'd be buying it right into resistance. And I don't like this market. I've been of the mind that, while everybody's been waiting for the passage of this stimulus bill, the market's been rallying. So how much of it's been priced in? I think other than seasonality, whether there's any other period of time, this market would probably be under a sell the news event. It's just the fact that you have algos that are just keeping the market in check until the new year. So personally, I'm not loving Apple. As from a risk reward perspective, the trend is clearly still up. There's no reason to think that it's not going to continue higher. There are no divergences here. I'm not an Apple hater. Although I will say, volume last month, forget this month, all right, because this is an abbreviated month for the most part. But volume last month was obscene. It was horrible. Now this month gives me every indicator, because it's an abbreviated month, yet volume is just about equal to last month's. Think about it. To me, this is manipulated price action. It's like every fund manager and brokerage house on Wall Street wants to keep Apple at the highs of the year so they get bigger bonuses, because it's all in their funds. Weekly chart with tapping the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. I don't like it. I think it's very, very risky. All is not what it seems here. I don't like it. I'll tell you what I want to short. And I'm being very, very disciplined. Because I want to short it so bad I could taste it. But that's when you make mistakes. Microsoft. You think St. Joe was overbought. Oh, now it's negative. It's nothing compared to Microsoft. But this, you need to be a chess player. You got to be very long-term thinking, because this can keep going up higher. What's unsustainable is this. Quarterly chart. I laugh every time. But I've been talking about this chart for a couple of quarters now. And I haven't shorted it, not a once. I've just been watching for the appropriate time. But the time is coming. Quarterly chart, we have RSI at 93.12. This is the largest component of the triple Qs by far. That being said, while this is unsustainable and it's not going to end well and it's reminiscent of the 2000 bubble, I mean, this is a beautiful candlestick. It's a bullish key reversal bar on the quarter. Can't short it. Now it gets worse. Yearly chart. Couple of days left to go in the year. We'll omit this because we just touched the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. But this will be the fourth consecutive year that we've closed at or above the third standard deviation Bollinger Band in red, with RSI at nearly 94 on Microsoft. When this sucker goes, brother, look out below. The first thing I'm going to be looking out for is what I'm looking at right now is back in January of 1999 into 2000. Do we put in a new yearly high or do we fail? Do we stall here? It's going to be an interesting January, I'll tell you that. It just turned green, pre-drag? Oh, yeah. I'm alive. My beautiful daughter here. Say hello to the world.
I'm looking a mess right now.
This is the contrarian princess.
Hello. I'll send you a text.
Okay, send me a text. St. Joe coming back. Microsoft dipping. Let's go back to Rocket really quick. It's probably going to go. GDXJ. Ah, man, it's back at 53 again. I may sell covered calls expiring in 2 days on GDXJ, maybe the 5350s. We'll see what the dollar does into the close. Baba? Ripping. What is this? Going to take over the Chinese Communist Party? I can't touch this company. What's the news? Is it an oversold bounce or is there news out there? I think it's an oversold bounce. I would avoid it. For whatever reason, the communists have Jack Ma in their sights. They're probably jealous. Hey, Pat. Oh, boy, another crisis popping up. Oh, boy. My father-in-law is being taken to the hospital. Oh, boy. What a day. All right, so members, be aware that we may be selling the 5350s today. I'll be concerned about how the dollar appears poised to close. If they dump it, I'm not going to sell the covered calls. If they rally the dollar, I'm going to sell the covered calls. At least we're bringing a couple of $100 by Friday. Thank you, Sam. He loves those SPY puts, huh, Pat? PDD? I can't even say this name. Is this a Chinese company? Whoa. 4-hour chart. There's more room to go here. Beautiful breakout. There's probably more room to go. But just be aware that you have that 3D Bollinger Band above. Good volume. Really good volume. Sorry, folks. I just need to reply to a text. All right. PDD again. Let's take a look at this closer. Really nice move. Again, the value of automated trend lines, right? We have resistance right above. It's not huge resistance, and I think that the volume is such that it's showing that there's institutional accumulation. So it's not horrible volume. Excuse me, it's not horrible resistance, but there is resistance above. Just be aware of that. At around 170, just shy of that. Am I going to buy GDXJ? Well, I already have it. I'm not going to buy the dip. I'd like to see it close positive before I added more. I'll sell the covered calls today to generate some income. But given the price action and the breakout in the US dollar on a 4-hour time frame anyway, I'm reluctant to buy more here. This is the dollar 4-hour time frame. We broke out. Now we're going to come in and retest. I'd like to see the dollar close with an 80 handle. If we see the dollar close with an 80 handle, then I might step in and buy more GDXJ. Right now, I'm going to play a little bit of defense. I'll hold our position, but I'm going to look to sell covered calls to generate some cash flow, and that's it right now. Let's see what gold is doing. I know silver was down earlier. If anything, I would take a look at the SILJ weekly time frame. We'll take a look at that to see how that's setting up. First, let's check in with Rocket Mortgage. I don't know what just happened there. Okay. Let's try Rocket Mortgage again. All right, no follow through yet. We don't know whether this is a short covering rally or what yet with Rocket Mortgage. I'm not ready to go adding here. Gold. I wanted to check on gold. Then we'll check on SILJ. Gold is holding on to a gain. Take note, we may have on this 4-hour chart an inverted head and shoulders setup. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We failed to take out the neckline. There's the neckline. We broke through it here, rejected. Attempted to break through it here, rejected. Still a lot of overhead supply here on gold and the miners. And they're trying to save the dollar. Now, what I wanted to take a look at was SILJ. I think that's the pure funds. Yep. Where is it, Bob? Here we go. All right. So we broke out a couple of weeks ago, retested last week, a bit of a fade so far this week, but we're still up. I think that the junior miners for silver are they're performing better than the GDXJ for gold, the junior miners for gold. I'd entertain buying more here, but again, the dollar is haunting me a little bit. You can see that we're just barely holding on by a thread on the US dollar. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, the miners, Pat, yeah, they're not doing much. I mean, they're volatile. They're giving us signals that there could be a breakout at any time. But, GDX, GDXJ, I don't see a compelling reason to go stepping up right here, right now, and buying more. What I would be interested in doing is perhaps selling puts, generating cash flow that way. But I don't see any reason to go buying the shares right here, right now. If you can get them at a discount, wonderful. If you don't mind having them assigned to you. We need a breakout. Other than that, I would just sell puts if you wanted to expand your long position to the GDXJ. For those not familiar with selling puts, it's not a bearish trade, it's a bullish trade. You're not buying the put, you're selling the put, you're generating cash flow. So technically, it's a bullish play. Amazon? Amazon's looking, 4-hour chart looking good. Amazon's looking good. I have to mention it's tapping the 3D Bollinger Band. I have to say that. Volume yesterday was very, very good. For an abbreviated week, a holiday week, this is very, very good price action. And it's broken out. Amazon looks good. For selling puts, Pat, I would just go just out of the money. If you're going to do the GDXJ, frankly, I would wait until the final minutes of trade to make sure that we don't sell off hard. If we hold the 50-day moving average, look at the 52s to 5250s going out to next week. I don't know how much you're going to get paid for this week. If you're really bullish and you're thinking about, wow, you know what? GDXJ on this pullback looks really, really good. Yeah, you're a little bit iffy, but you're bullish. Sell the 53s. Maybe you don't want to put on as many contracts as you would with the 5250s or the 52s, but just go smaller with the 53s. That way, if it goes down to a 52 handle, you're not freaking out that you're overweight, So that's another way to trade it. PBI. Yeah, we already went over this one, right? Yeah. Who mentioned that earlier? Somebody did. Yeah, PBI, we went over earlier. Hey, Manoj. UNG. We've been watching it. Can't buy it. I have a rule. I don't buy stocks when the stocks are trading down below 50 and declining. And this is a short covering rally. So I would not buy here. I think that it's a short squeeze. It can go higher, maybe up to 925. And then it's probably going to fade. Weekly chart, Stokes rolling over. So what I would like to see is a pullback. If you start seeing a pullback here, then higher lows get put in on UNG, and your stochastics are flattening out and hooking back up, then I would get interested in nat gas. Let's see what the XLE is doing today. XLE is heading down to our 36 mark. I think energy is going to move down lower. We're watching energy at 36 was my XOM. That's down again. The market was sending us signals yesterday by this topping action. This rally was going to fade. Where are the Stokes? Declining down below 50. You got to avoid it. Mara? Marathon Patent Group. Very toppy. A lot of indecision. We got extended, sold off, indecision bar 1, indecision bar 2. You don't want to see filled candlesticks at the top of a trading range. Last time you saw that was back here. It didn't end well. Prior to that, you saw it back here. Didn't end well. I would avoid this. Yeah, you're really extended here, Pat. I would avoid the long side here. We're still trading right at the 3D Bollinger Band. We've been there for several weeks now. Volume is still very, very good to the upside. But I think this is going to come in. I would avoid. All right, folks. With that, I'm going to say I have life blowing up here between COVID and my father-in-law. I'm going to say everyone have, if I don't speak to you before the new year, have a happy new year. Members, I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. We'll do market wrap, which I normally do after the market close. We'll do that tomorrow morning, so expect that. Larry, I need to set you up with Gold Light. You'll have access to the Gold member area to enter your symbols on the ticker cloud. And Sam, Happy New Year to you. It's going to be New Year there before it is here. Thanks all for being here. Love having you. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I'll talk to you soon. Be well.